That's fine. Truckers don't have time for drama. That's why Progressive Commercial offers specialty coverage for heavy trucks, like primary liability limits up to $2 million. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Hi, Tom Bodette. I heard about this exclusive deal between Motel 6 and Denny's. So exclusive, in fact, that I can't get it. It's just for truckers, and my CDL is long expired. But if you're a trucker, now you can roll into any Denny's travel center and order an original Grand Slam breakfast for only Motel $6. Well, first, make sure you head to My 6 Marketplace in the Motel 6 app to download your coupon. I'm Tom Odette from Motel 6, and we'll see you at Denny's.
Hi, I'm Eric Harley along with Gary McNamara. We all know that America's truckers are the ones keeping the shelves stocked and our country moving. During a bad economy, after a natural disaster, and even through a pandemic, the trucking industry always shows up and delivers.
And Eric, that's why through the month of September, as part of National Truck Driver Appreciation, Red Eye Radio will be recognizing a driver every single month. We want to highlight the men and women of the trucking industry and say thank you for their commitment to moving America.
Thank you, drivers, and keep listening. And go to RedEyeRadioShow.com for more information. We want to thank our sponsors for making all of this possible. Shell Rotella, Denny's, Mercer Transportation, Motel 6, Al's Products, and the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. Go to RedEyeRadioShow.com for more. Sponsored by Red Eye Radio. Yeah.
U.S. Supreme Court established principles of fairness, dignity, and impartiality. But it's really us. I'm the watcher. I want to think about impartiality.
All right. Where my headphones at? Oh, there, right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Red Eye Radio, 866-90 Red Eye, 866-907-3339. I want to say hello very quickly to Rick in Evansville. I'm sorry, Ron in Evansville, Indiana, on Red Eye Radio. Ron, how are you?
This is Brian. Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I just want to say, right now, this country is badly divided. And if the left do something stupid like take Trump off the ballot and just slap in the face of millions of his voters, you think the summer 20 when what's the guy in Minnesota got killed by the police? George Floyd got killed. Man, we'll be at each other's throat, man. It'll be all kind of chaos in the street.
And you know what I would say is that it would be the left that would be starting that fight. Not that I'm advocating for violence, but it would be the left that started that fight.
As it is, indeed, If Parliament win, they feel that he's going to win because they get it.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I appreciate the call. I'm sorry I had to cut you off, but you're right. They are afraid that he's going to win, which is why we're going to see more of these lawsuits. Thanks for calling in.
Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
If you like listening to Red Eye On Demand, we have more of Eric Harley and guests for you. Download RER's Extra Mile podcast. More topics and issues discussed.
Every diesel needs to defend against clogged injectors, low lubricity, and slipping fuel economy. The best defense is the best defender. House Diesel Defender with advanced IDX4 detergent. Get a deeper clean, maximum lubricity, and boost fuel economy. Guaranteed. House Diesel Defender. Get optimal performance. House for every diesel.
From the father of CB radios comes One Bad Mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CBs still remain the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is One Bad Mother. Go to Uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Line J.
At Denny's, value starts at $5.99. Whether you're flying solo or want a chill date night on a budget, we're turning up the volume on value with delicious meals that never sacrifice flavor for a good deal. It's time to celebrate with our 70th anniversary buttermilk pancakes, our quarter-pound 100% beef burger, or everyone's favorite, the Super Slam. Looking for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night starting at $5.99? At Denny's, it's diner time. Price and participation may vary. No substitutions.
Were you hopeful for less chance of an inspection delay at the roadside in 2021? Compared to the 2020 pandemic year, you were disappointed as inspection likelihood rose from 2020 levels substantially. That's according to the new comprehensive analysis from Overdrive Magazine's decade-long CSA's Data Trail series. But the 2022 series update shows that state truck enforcement departments still aren't back to pre-COVID inspection levels. Learn more about this today. There are some new risks, though, in rising moving violations as well as hours of service detention. You can determine your own roadside risk with 48 state rankings in many inspection and violation categories. Download the full report via overdriveonline.com. Navigate to the regulations section to find the CSA's Data Trail 2022 update. That's overdriveonline.com in the regulations section, and check out CSA's Data Trail 2022 update today.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
WIAM is News Radio 1340, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A record-breaking heat wave has hit cities across the South and up the East Coast. Alerts or advisories are posted from California to Maine. Hugh Barrett was surprised when he found out there was no AC at his son Luke's kindergarten in Washington, D.C.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe that we didn't have something as basic as air conditioning, especially knowing that there was going to be 95+ degree heat.
Now the schools put in fans and window units. Some have been sending kids home early. Other schools have closed altogether. Hurricane Lee is gaining strength as it churns through the open waters of the Atlantic on a path that would take it near the Northeast Caribbean. Meteorologist Chris Warren at the Weather Channel.
Hurricane Lee was a tropical storm, now a hurricane, expected to be a major hurricane by the end of the week. And then early next week,
High pressure and a dip in the jet stream should keep it away from the East Coast. However, this is next week, and there is still a lot we need to watch.
The special counsel investigating the president's son for gun possession says he plans to seek an indictment by the end of the month. Correspondent Catherine Herridge is in Washington.
The prosecutor's status report is the strongest indication that charges are looming in the Hunter Biden case. In July, a plea agreement for misdemeanor tax charges collapsed, leaving the future of the gun deal in question, and Hunter Biden facing legal jeopardy.
Jail officials near Philadelphia say a convicted killer who escaped from prison a week ago crab walked up a wall and made his way through layers of barbed wire to get out. Police are still searching for Danilo Cavalcante. CBS's Jared Hill.
This morning, hundreds of officers and federal agents are combing through yards, checking cars, even a train, trying to track him down. State police say he was last seen Tuesday night, still within the search area, and there have been 7 confirmed sightings since he broke out.
People in Payton City, West Virginia are in their 4th week with no safe drinking water after a treatment plant malfunctioned, allowing release of a toxic dry cleaning chemical into the Ohio River.
You can't drink it, can't brush your toilets, can't shower. That's pretty serious.
It's for real, Queen fans. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? It took just 6 minutes of bidding at Sotheby's in London before the final offer of $2.2 million came in for the Yamaha baby grand piano Freddie Mercury sat at when he composed Bohemian Rhapsody. S&P futures down 15. This is CBS News.
You need to hire fast and hire right? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Ron had a tax problem he just couldn't handle on his own.
I owed the IRS taxes for over 5 years. I didn't have any money to pay the taxes.
Those years cost him dearly.
Most of it was fees and interest. It was horrible.
Ron finally called in the pros.
I called Optimal Tax Relief, and boy, am I happy I did.
It's the leading tax resolution firm. Optima is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. It resolved over $1 billion for their clients. Ron was overjoyed.
They settled my account with IRS. I was ecstatic. They are a lifesaver. They are. I am so happy.
Take Ron's advice and call Optima now for a free consultation.
Yeah, after I got it, was called Optimal Tax Relief. Do it now. Give me a static when I need.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optimal Tax Relief.
And local for national plans. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimalTaxRelief.com.
Take a flight over the Labor Day weekend. Most turned out okay.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg tells CBS News Radio the unofficial end of summer in the skies were, for the most part, on time.
Less than 1% of flights were canceled and less than 2% of flights were delayed.
But that does not mean air travel has not seen its fair share of hiccups, like all the delays and cancellations last Christmas.
Don't feel like we're out of the woods in terms of things that need to continue changing and improving in the aviation sector.
The DOT last month fined American Airlines $4 million for keeping passengers stuck on planes during long ground delays. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Talk about a tall tale. A woman from Knoxville set a new Guinness record for the longest competitive mullet for females. Tammy Manis' rat tail measures 68 inches. At 5'4", that makes it taller than she is, since she began growing it decades ago. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Due to the recent expansion of the employee retention tax credit, you will receive compensation of up to $26,000 per employee on your payroll throughout 2020 and 21. However, time is running out for you to apply for this credit. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple to encourage as many business people as possible to take advantage of this program. With promotions, toll-free number, established rapid retention eligibility, there are no application fees, and the average policy is less than 8 months. That number is 888-449-3604. 888-449-3604. See if you qualify to receive a check from the U.S. Treasury Department for up to $26,000 per employee before the program ends. Call 888-449-3604. A team of ERC specialists are waiting your call at 888-449-3604. Once again, 888-449-3604.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. All of these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage. I've had such awful. OMG, I can breathe again. I love End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the same.
Joe Biden.
Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target.
I am with Tuberville.
NAVAGE. We expect our information in real time. U.S. Medicare is continuous glucose monitoring.
No, it is not.
Real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 800-730-8405 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check. As easy as it's 800-730-8405.
Like any good agent, we're here for the events. And Harris is charged with conspiracy handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents for realtors volunteer at minimum 3 times nationwide.
I'm not taking it. I ain't got time on that one. I did the first one. We good. We ain't doing no more. We ain't doing no more, baby.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese and Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Ain't taking no more vaccine. Got that one. I don't think so.
Continue their more education or their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
It'll probably come through today, but it won't really be much in terms of dropping temperatures in the mid-90s, feeling hotter than tonight. We're dry upper 60s. Friday this weekend, all looking dry with a good deal of sunshine, high temperatures in the lower 90s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate system moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area for friends, calling friends, and listening. We'll keep you posted. Larry Live Oak. Make sure you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Live Oak Insurance, 4791 Main Street, Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. Make your delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. In Crenshaw County, 2 people were injured after a high-speed chase that ended in a crash. Started on Highway 331 near Highland Home and ended just inside the Montgomery County line. The driver and passenger of the truck were rushed to the hospital and released. The driver will. Macon County, the water issues continue this morning with some good news. One of the water pumps damaged by lightning is now working again. The major residents need some time until water pressure is restored. The county jail is still without water. Inmates can reach the ground. Reminder this morning about our first day of action taking place later today. Later this morning, we're coming up to the city of Tuskegee. The River Region United Way for a day of action. We'll find a job here for your organization, state agencies, looking to help those overcome poverty from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Tuskegee Municipal Complex. I'm Jasmine Williams at Floor.
Are you ready to tackle your property with these? Come see us at Sunset. We're your one-stop right now. You can pull off and save
including available 0% financing.
Don't you know?
Deals like this can't last forever. Come see us at Sunset. Equipment for those that do.
Restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires October 1. Did you know China starts teaching financial literacy in preschool? American kids are getting left behind, but we can help at home thanks to the Sensibles, a team of animated superheroes who help kids develop smart money habits in a fun way. Each month, they get a kit in the mail with a DVD, a comic book, access to an interactive website, fun activities, and lots more. Visit bcs-kids.com today and enter promo code CENT for 20% off. Digital subscriptions also available. The Sensibles. It's the sensible thing to do.
Thinning hair is normal, but it doesn't have to be your fate.
Once I started taking Nutrafol, I could visibly see my hair get thicker.
It made my hair stronger. Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
You've got nothing to lose and everything to grow. Join the 1 million people growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Bedtime is a special time of day, a moment to connect with your child before going to sleep. After your child has brushed her teeth, read a book together, or talk a little about your day, and of course, tell her you love her. Having a routine every night helps your child structure her day, feel safe, and develop good sleep habits. Relationships matter. For more, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Anybody? What you say? What? Alrighty then.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem
Alrighty then.
to the solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Good morning, everybody. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine. For it is once again, one more time, one more day. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440, or newsradio1440.com, or 95.1 Channel 3 HD Radio. However you want to get to us, we're here. Good morning. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective, or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is September the 7th, 2023. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Acts of Kindness. Could we all use and do some of those? Our scriptural insight today comes from Ruth 2, 5 through 12. Ruth 2 and 20 reads, He has not stopped showing acts or his kindness for the living and the dead. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is September the 7th. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. It is also a day that once it's gone, it will never, ever come again. It is a once in a lifetime deal. You don't get it back. You don't get a do over. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, September the 7th, 2023, hopefully that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy and the charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever you do, whatever we do, we should reach back and every once in a while and help somebody else. Give them a helping hand for as long as you can, while you can, until you can't. Visualize your mate said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you're never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever give up. My mother said nothing beats a failure but a try, one foot in front of the other. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up, because quitters never win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. Good morning, G. Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. And no matter what happens, it's a great day to be alive. Acts of kindness. That's our daily break for this day, September the 7th, 2023. We'll be back, hopefully.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Acts of Kindness was written by Allison Keita. Months after suffering a miscarriage, Valerie decided to have a garage sale. Gerald, a neighbor craftsman a few miles away, eagerly bought the baby crib she was selling. While there, his wife talked with Valerie and learned about her loss. After hearing of her situation on the way home, Gerald decided to use the crib to craft a keepsake for Valerie. A week later, he tearfully presented her with a beautiful bench. There are good people out there, and here's proof, Valerie said. Like Valerie, in the book of Ruth, Ruth and Naomi suffered great loss. Naomi's husband and 2 sons had died, and now she and her bereft daughter-in-law Ruth had no heirs and no one to provide for them. That's where Boaz stepped in. When Ruth went to a field to pick up leftover grain, Boaz, the owner, asked about her. When he learned who she was, he was kind to her. Amazed, Ruth asked, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes?" He replied, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband." Boaz later married Ruth and provided for Naomi. Through their marriage, a forefather of David and of Jesus was born. As God used Gerald and Boaz to help transform the grief of another, he can work through us to show kindness and empathy to others in pain. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ruth chapter 2, verses 5 through 12. Boaz asked the overseer of his harvesters, "Who does that young woman belong to?" The overseer replied, "She is the Moabite who came back from Moab with Naomi. She said, 'Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvesters.' She came into the field and has remained here from morning till now, except for a short rest in the shelter." So Boaz said to Ruth, "My daughter, listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with the women who work for me. Watch the field where the men are harvesting, and follow along after the women. I have told the men not to lay a hand on you. And whenever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars the men have filled." At this, she bowed down with her face to the ground. She asked him, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner?" Boaz replied, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with the people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Let's pray. Dear God, I thank you for sending your Son to provide for our greatest need, forgiveness, redemption, and freedom from sin. It's the greatest kindness of all. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for listening today. I'm Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Well, you know what that means? After Reveille, baby, it's time to rise and shine this morning. Time to get up. You got the word? Now it's time to get up with the birds. That's right. I mentioned the child hall later on. We got oh, no PT today? None? Okay, then. Well, no PT today. Okay, PT today. My bad. No PT tomorrow. Let's hit it. Oh. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Earn my pay. Oh yeah. I get up about 2:45 and go to work. Come on. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Time to rise and shine. Hard work, work. Go to work. Okay, I didn't wear my tennis shoes today. That's why I'm not running. Okay. First sergeant, I got a sick call. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. I'm ready to rock. I get it now. Air Force don't do it this way, baby. Hard work, work. Go to work. On the airplane in the early morning rain. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Come on. Oh, yeah. Somebody bring me those reenlistment papers. Sail them on down. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. I earn my pay. Do it for play, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, this PT's getting tough on my legs and my knees. The song and the sad sorrow of a paratrooper. Sooner or later, it all gets to you. But right now, I'm doing pretty good. Now let us pay homage to all of our other armed forces of these United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force. Did I miss anybody? The Merchant Marines. That's right. And some of our local heroes around here. Montgomery Police Department. Montgomery Fire Department. Montgomery Sheriff Department. Good morning, DT. Daryl Albert. 2 first names. I don't know about that. But that's okay. We got it. He didn't do it. Somebody else did it. Hey, anybody got Prince Albert in the can? Let him out. He can't breathe. I know I used to do that as a kid. Call it drugstore. Okay, you don't want to hear it. Never mind. And good morning to my good friends down there at sanitation department. Hope you got I forgot to ask the mayor yesterday about all them trucks down there. I'll get them next time, though. We'll get some answers to some of these questions. You know, two things I have not been able to do: grow a beard and drink black coffee. I cannot do the black coffee thing. So I had to share my man card with my program manager around here because I couldn't drink black coffee. I tried. I really did. I put it up to my mouth. It just wouldn't work. Sorry about that. I don't know how anybody drinks black coffee. Black is beautiful. I'm with you, but not in coffee. I mean, no sugar, no cream, just drink it. Oh, no, 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 no. Maybe hot chocolate. And I found out my son wears a 13 shoe. Wow. How do you wear 13 shoe at 16? How you do that? I guess we gotta get them specially made or something. I don't know. Do they make 13 size shoes? Of course, he joined ROTC now, so now he thinks I work for him. Everywhere I go, everybody outranks me. Come on, man. But I had to tell him he wasn't an officer yet. Okay, I just, I know you get to wear the uniform and all, but let's slow your roll here now. Slow your roll, slow your roll, slow your roll. So yesterday, got him out the car, take him home, and I had to carry his bags for him. I said, okay, listen, let's just get this straight right quick. Okay. Now you're an ROTC. I'm glad for you. I'm good with that. I'm good. I'm good with that. I like it. But you're not an officer yet. Okay, you got a long way to go before you become an officer yet. But however, he still gave me the bag. I said, so Sarge here is supposed to carry your bags now. Okay. Now look at that uniform one more time. See what it says. It says ROTC, Reserve Officers Training Corps. Okay, I feel you. Okay, now I'm gonna take the bag for you and everything like that. Not because, just because out of respect for the effort here. Okay. But now, I had to, get him straight. I said, well, show me your wings. You got any wings on that uniform? Now, if you had some wings, I might go with. No wings? Okay, how many medals you got? None? Okay then. All right. Let us just slow your roll there. The boy looked good in uniform, though. I got to tell you, remind me of myself, as a matter of fact. Lot more salad. I got a lot more salad on the chest than he does, but that's okay. That's all right. I had to explain the difference between officers and non-commissioned officers yesterday, and so I did that. I did that for him. Let him know. I said, okay, now I said now, Z, if you should be so blessed as to become an officer, I always want you to remember this. Even though a lowly lieutenant outranks the sergeant major, outranks him in rank, but if that lowly lieutenant has got any brains whatsoever, he will listen to the non-commissioned officers under his charge, and he might make captain one day. But if he comes in there, thinks he knows everything because he got the butterball in the bar. I'm just saying, it's going, that's going to be like the substitute teacher who thinks she knows everything and she don't know nothing because she just got there. She don't know a thing. I'm just saying. So I had to go through the rank structure thing there, and let them know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will outrank the sergeant major, but you will never out something the sergeant major. Okay, his experience, his knowledge, his ability to lead men, it far surpasses yours. So let us just okay. The sergeants are the backbone of the military. Okay, whether it's Air Force, Marines, and the petty officers, of course, in the Navy. So I'm just saying. So yes, I had to have that class with the brother. Just let them know that. I mean, I don't mind carrying your bag. Okay, I got you. I'm feeling you. I carry the bag, but I just gotta let them know that non-coms are the backbone of the military. Okay, I mean, I'm not I don't know. Anyway, so but I carried the bag. I carried the bag in the house and everything like that. So we good. Okay. I knew my place at that moment. I knew my place. So I said, okay, I just want to let this is how this works. Okay. But it looked good. Look good. Made me want to go re-enlist. Anyway, we'll be back. Uno momento. Not that anybody cares about my affairs, but I thought I would share them with you anyway. This early in the morning, and hopefully that everybody is doing okay. It'll be a little hot today, but it's been hot all summer long, so that's nothing. That's nothing new. Uh, the president of the United States has made another boneheaded decision. I'd be so glad we'll get rid of this guy out of the White House. I don't know what to do. I just, I just, I mean, how did you Democrats put him in? How do we do that? As a matter of fact, I think from now on, I don't want anybody in the White House that's over 65. 65 is good, okay? But once you hit that 7-0 thing right there, yeah, you need to go home. You need to go home and do some Zoom calls or something and get some advice, but you don't need to be an active officer. 70 years old. That's the only reason why I went to the city council, because if I lit up and nothing happened, which I'm not sure if it's the case for that, say I'd be 70 by the time I ran again, then I would be a hypocrite. Okay? Unless I am mentally sharp, mentally ready to go, second to none, I'm just going to call it a deal. My blossoming political career, I think it's over. But I almost did it. Yeah, almost. I even had signs made up one time. Yeah, I was going to make one time, baby, one time. But I waited too long. Now, now that, now all that wisdom, all of that, all of that, whatever it is I got, it's going to waste. No, no. Oh, wait. Hold it. Time out. I am the mayor of the airways. Okay, then we're good. All right, then. So I still got, I still got to involved after all, and I've never been, I've never been defeated. So I'm still the mayor. Okay. I had the other mayor on yesterday. He didn't realize who he was talking to. Okay. We'll be back. How time flies. That is the show.
60s and low 70s. Friday, this weekend, all looking dry with a good deal of sunshine, high temperatures in the lower 90s.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Larry Livo. Make sure you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Livo Insurance, 4791 Main Street, Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Few games have had a more tumultuous life cycle than Destiny 2. The game was released in 2017 to moderate acclaim. One main complaint was the fact that if you stopped playing for over a week, you could never catch back up. Developer Bungie has finally resolved this issue by rebalancing the game so that any level player can quickly get to the end game. Will you come back to Destiny 2, or has that starship already sailed?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at everyonexp.com.
PayrollTaxCreditRefund.com. The ERC, sometimes called ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credit Refund Program, part of the government's CARES Act, that refunds up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. This is not a loan, not PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. ERC refunds are paid from the payroll tax that your business paid the IRS for on behalf of your W-2 employees. This is your money. PayrollTaxCreditRefund.com. Our goal is to get your business the largest refund allowable by IRS rules, and you keep it. PayrollTaxCreditRefund.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-241-9698 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-241-9698. That's 800-241-9698. What do you have to lose? Call 800-241-9698. Again, 800-241-9698.
The boys of summer are back. It is time to butter up with Biscuits Baseball. The Biscuits are your place for fun all summer long. Check out BiscuitsBaseball.com for all the day of the week promotions, including Taco Tuesday, Wild Military Wednesdays, T-shirt Thursdays with Thursday drink specials presented by Turner Box Audio, Max Fireworks Saturdays, and Little Crunch Sundays presented by Go Fish Alabama. For tickets and more information, visit BiscuitsBaseball.com or call the box office at 323-PAUL. Butter up.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my feet. For business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there, but see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Yeah, one of the travesties of the new military life is that they don't shine boots anymore. They got these ugly brown boots, and they don't shine. So now you'll never know. Now you'll never know if they'll take the time to look good. They just don't do it anymore. Well, I tell you, I should. I think I should call Tuberville and tell him, hey Tommy, let's keep on protesting, brother, until they're bringing back the black boots. Okay, I'm just saying, we should do that. We have to shine your boots every morning before you get in formation, look good, all that stuff. All change is not good. It's just not good. All change is not good. Yeah. And I'm still hanging with Tuberville. Absolutely right. Hold up the promotion until they follow the law. We don't pay for abortion. Soldiers are not. Our job is to go save people's lives, not take lives, and certainly not pay for them. I'm with Tommy Tuberville all the way, baby. All the. I just never called this off because I mean, he should call me. I'm the mayor of the whole. I'm just saying. Good morning to you. It is now time for lessons of life as well as the word of the day. Now, the word of the day, it identifies me as calm, dependable, showing little emotion or animation. I'll tell you this. So, a person who is calm, dependable, and showing little emotion or animation. That's me. So that's why I like Dr. Spock up there on Star Trek and Data. Because they don't get all messed up and it's emotional stuff, get the mind all messed up. No. We do a logic and reason. So that's me. So what is the word? Well, if you in fact see this on your counseling sheet from your job or your EER in this evaluation report, EER, whatever you should call it, or your OIR or whatever it is, officer evaluation thing, and you see this word, I just want you to know it can be good and bad. Okay? But the word is spelled STOLID. 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 I didn't say stole it. I said stolid. STOLID. It means a person who's calm, dependable, showing little emotion or animation. Sounds like me. Okay, sounds like me. But my name is actually Spock. Spock. That's right. Mr. Spock from the Enterprise. Okay, back in the day, when Captain Kirk was running them. Okay. Although now Picard did not do a bad job, and neither did Captain Janeway for a woman. I mean, she really had to. Star Trek has been steadily moving, steadily moving. It's been a good, it's been a good, it's been a good series. I'm about tired of Star Trek now. I've been watching it 50 years. I think I'm tired of it now, but I get like not 50 years, but close to it. Yeah. Anyway, now, what is the lessons of life today? What we call LOL. That does not mean laughing out loud. Out loud. It means the lessons of life. And these are the things you learn as you live. If you are blessed to live long enough, you will learn a bunch of lessons. I don't mind you sharing with me sometimes on the air, and I use some of yours because a lesson is a lesson. It doesn't make any difference who taught it or who learned it. A lesson is a lesson. You can always text me 241-9998. Or you want to share yours, and I'll share yours too. I'll give you attribution. I will. I mean, because I need to know who got the butt chewing for this one. Anyway, now, but here's something that young folks for some reason don't understand. Okay, but the ones that do, and there are plenty of them. Matter of fact, I read a thing the other day about a 14-year-old black child who just finished college. That obviously that was not me. Okay, now my son made, that was not me. I wasn't that smart when I was that young. Okay, I was trying to find some peanut butter and jelly at 14 years old. I wouldn't think about quantum physics or whether or not the sun or what a Mach is, stuff like. No. I was trying to find some peanut butter and jelly, okay, and some sugar. I used to take sugar, right? I used to take the sugar. I told you this, right? I used to take a cup of sugar, put a little water in it, and then eat the sugar with a spoon. It's amazing I didn't have diabetes coming up because I love that sugar. But anyway, I still like that sugar. As a matter of fact, that's the problem I got now. Anyway, so the lesson of life today is this one. And as you get older, you will understand this. You will figure this out. Oh, hold on. Who is this called? Okay, let's ask it. Now, who is this? Ed, you know I don't take calls this time of hour unless I ask you to. I mean, why do you do that? I got you slipping. I feel you slipping in. I just wanted to tell you that I don't want to have you hold it on the phone when I hang up on you. So call me back next hour. We'll talk. Okay. Now if I tell you I called, then that's fine. But I got to get my stuff out this hour. Okay. I got to get my stuff out. Yeah. So lessons of life are things we learn by living. Okay. See how nice I was there? I picked up the phone to tell them I was going to hang up. So I didn't just hang up on them, let them know what was coming on. I picked up the phone, said I got to hang up. We don't take calls this hour unless there's some emergency. Okay, unless there's some emergency, and then we'll take calls. Other than that, we follow a script here. Okay. So now, lessons of life. These are the things we learn by living. You can hear about them. You don't learn from what you hear about. You learn from what you do. And so this is something young folks today don't. This is a lesson of life that I understand now why it takes a while to learn this one. Because, well, it just does. Wishing. You can wish all you want to for things to happen. Really, I mean, you can do that. Okay, you can wish you were a millionaire. You can wish you had a new car. You can wish you had a new daddy or a new mommy, whichever one ticked you off that day. You can wish for a promotion at your job. You can wish for a raise at your job. You can wish you were taller, like I've done for many years, but I'm not. Wishing never made anyone successful. Never. There's not one person in the history of mankind that has become successful because they wished for it. If there's a single lesson that life teaches us, again, if there's a single lesson that life teaches us, it is work, not wishing. It is work, not wishing, that puts you in the right position to be successful. You can sit at home all you want to and wish you had a job. Yep, you sit there all you want to. It won't happen until you get out there and start looking. Okay? So wishing is good. Christmas, that may work. But even during Christmas time, when you wish for your favorite toy, somebody had to work in order to get you your present. So you want to make something happen? Work hard. You don't get an A on your paper by not studying. Okay? You don't get that new car by wishing for it. You get that new car like most of us did by driving a raggedy car for a long time and then finally working your way up to a new one. I didn't get my first new car till I was, I think I was like 38 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, when I got here, I didn't get my first new car till I got to Alabama. I mean, although I did like my 1979 Cougar. Okay, I love that car. 1979 Cougar. That was just a great car. Anyway, that's a whole different story. And now, it is September the 7th. Believe it or not, it's the 250th day of this year. And ladies and gentlemen, there are only 100, believe it or not, and 15 days left in this year. The year was 1977, under the presidency of Jimmy Carter, who is still in hospice right now in Plains, Georgia. You know, Plains, Georgia is not that far from here. It's only like 135 miles from here. So, you know, it's not that far, 160 miles, something like that. It's not that. I'm going to go there. Maybe I'll go there and see if I can see him. The Panama Canal treaties, calling for the U.S. to eventually turn over the control of the waterway to Panama, were signed in Washington by President Jimmy Carter and Panamanian leader Omar Torrijos. Yeah, that's his name, Torrijos. Yeah, I got him. All right, good. My Spanish is getting better. 1892, James J. Corbett knocked out John L. Sullivan to win the world heavyweight crown in New Orleans in a fight conducted under the Marquess of Queensberry rules. And I believe those are the rules where you don't wear gloves, you don't do anything. Ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna get in the ring with somebody with bare knuckles. That ain't gonna happen. If I'm fighting bare knuckles because I'm trying to get the hell out of there, believe me. So I can't do that. Okay, but I'm glad he did. So he got James Corbett got the thing. 1901, the Peace of Beijing ended the Boxer Rebellion in China. Okay. 1936, rock and roll legend Buddy Holly was born. Charles Hardin Holly in Lubbock, Texas, in 1936. 1940, on this day, Nazi Germany began its 8-month blitz of Britain during World War II and the first air attack on London. 1963, the National Professional Football Hall of Fame was dedicated in Canton, Ohio. I should have been part of that. 1972, the International Olympic Committee banned Vince Matthews and Wayne Collett of the U.S. from further competition after talking to each other on their victory stand in Munich during the playing of the Star Spangled Banner after winning gold and silver medals in the 400 run. You know, I used to didn't really like them doing that, but you know, I understand their pain. Back in the day, black men had to put up with a lot of crap in this country of the home of the free, land of the brave, and all that stuff. I'm not mad at it. They take a lot of crap. Okay, so I think we still owe black folks an apology, some kind of apology. I don't know what though. I think Clinton tried when he went on stage with Arsenio Hall and played the saxophone. That wasn't enough. My apology ought to come with a check. Okay, not for me. No, not for me. Not for me. But people, I believe this. People 70 years old and older, this country owes them something. The black people something now, and I won't change my mind on that. This country owes black folks something. That went through all that hell just for being born over here. 1990, I still love America. Don't get me wrong, still a great place to live. 1990, Kimberly Brigales, or however it's now, of Fort Pierce, Florida, came forward to identify herself as a woman who had been infected with AIDS, allegedly by her late dentist. She died the following year. 1996, rapper Tupac Shakur, I call him Tupac, but it's not Tupac. I think it looks like Tupac, T-U-P-A-C. Is it Tupac or Tupac? Well, I call him Tupac, like rather than one pack, Tupac. Shakur was shot and mortally wounded in Las Vegas Strip. He died 6 days later. That's when all this crap started coming along with the whole rap genre. People killing each other just for words that they put on the record. I don't know. 2005, police and soldiers went house to house in New Orleans to try to coax the last stubborn holdouts into leaving their city being shattered by Hurricane Katrina. President George W. Bush led the nation in the final tribute to William H. Rehnquist, remembering the late Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, steady leader, and a man of lifetime integrity. In 2007, Osama bin Laden appeared on a video in the first time in 3 years, telling Americans they should convert to Islam if they wanted the war in Iraq to end. Okay, then. In 2008, troubled mortgage giant Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, I guess they brother and sister, were placed in government conservatorship. Really? Are they still there? So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they gotta be brother and sister. I mean, those names are kind of close there. So we've been holding them since 2008? Come on, man. Let them people go. They deserve a break too. In 2017, more than 500,000 people were ordered to leave South Florida as Hurricane Irma approached. Georgia's governor ordered nearly 540,000 coastal residents to move inland. Oh, yeah. One of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded in Mexico struck off the country's southern coast, toppling hundreds of buildings and killing at least 90 people. A deadly earthquake would strike Central America nearly 2 weeks later. And it was 14 years ago, addressing a Labor Day picnic in Cincinnati, President Barack Obama declared that the modern benefits like paid leave, minimum wage, and Social Security all bear the union label as he appealed to organized labor to help him win the health care fight Congress, the health care fight in Congress. And now we find out that all that stuff about health care getting cheaper and all is a bunch of crock. Matter of fact, the only way you can get health care now, you got to be damn near living outside. Okay, only way you get a decent price, you can't have no job, you can't hardly get nothing, don't make anything past minimum wage, and your health care is going up. I don't know what idiot thought of this. Okay, we were better off the way we were. Okay, now if you don't have anything, no job, no anything, well, now you can get some health care. Okay, but if you got a job, even working for Mickey D's, your health care just went up. 9 years ago, the head of the Arab League, Nabil El-Arabi, urged members to confront Islamic State extremists militarily and politically. A star-studded funeral was held in New York for comedian Joan Rivers, who had died 3 days earlier at the age of 81. Serena Williams won her third consecutive U.S. Open championship and the 18th major title overall, taking 75 minutes to beat good friend Carolyn Wozniacki, or close to it, 6-3, 6-3. And 5 years ago, President Donald John Trump, citing national security, called on the Justice Department to investigate and unmask the author of the critical New York Times opinion piece purposely written by a member of an administrative resistance movement. In his speech to the University of Illinois Urbana campaign, former President Barack Obama blasted his successor's policies and his pattern of pressuring the Justice Department. Right, what you all do. Former Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos, or however you call that, Papadopoulos, well, he was sent to 14 days in prison for lying to the FBI. Now, the FBI can lie to you, but you can't lie to them. Okay, I don't know, I guess there's some policy quirk or something. Like the police, did you know the police can actually lie to you? But if you lie to them, yeah, they tell you a big one in a minute. Okay, I gotta go. I understand the reasoning behind it, but it's still kind of wrong. I think it's kind of wrong. All right, I gotta take a break. We'll come back. It's Catholic hour, so we'll come back with my good friends from Dean, and hopefully they'll be here. You're all together.
News Radio 1440. This is the CBS World News Network.
Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with Hunter Biden. Prosecutors are looking to charge him in a gun possession case this month. Correspondent Catherine Harris has our top story. Special counsel David Weiss wrote to the Delaware court the government intends to seek the return of an indictment in this case before September 20th. The president's son had previously reached an agreement on the charge of gun possession by a drug user. The broader plea agreement, which included misdemeanor tax charges, collapsed as Republicans want Weiss to testify in their investigations later this month. CBS News has Ahead of an internal report that chosen Biden Congressman George Santos staffers knew he made up details about his life and finances before he was elected. Correspondent Scott McFarland from Washington.
The warning signs in this report were noted inside the Santos campaign. CBS News has learned multiple campaign aides asked Santos to drop out of the race. When he refused to, those aides took the job. They recognized that they were holding in the internal report.
Vice President Harris has wrapped up work at a summit in Indonesia. Now she's facing questions about next year's election back home. Chief Foreign Affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan asked her about the president's chances.
The Wall Street Journal had a poll showing 2/3 of Democrats say Joe Biden is too old to run again. Are you prepared to be commander-in-chief? Yes, I am. If
So do Montgomery
necessary,
Public School, and nobody would follow.
Joe Biden is going to be fine.
Margaret's full interview is this Sunday on Faith Promotion.
We had one kid who wore the same tie every day. Every day he wore the same tie. He wore khakis, a blue shirt, and a blue.
I'm pretty washing every once in a while.
Yeah, wash tie.
You don't?
Yeah.
What you doing?
I put hand wash them. They're using the filter.
Oh, who will get this silk tie, man? I'm from the other side of town. Cotton.
Well, it's
Cotton. Silk.
any menswear.
That's why I don't go to museums.
Any menswear store, even in the hood, is positive.
I don't know. Why in the world would I want a silk tie?
Because they silk tie is great.
Probably cost more too.
Oh, that's most ties are silk.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know, I just
generally made of silk and wool, silk or wool.
And this is going to sound stupid, but I often wonder why they put a hook in the men's bathroom on the toilet thing. What? And then when I joined the army, they used to give us the overcoat.
Yeah. Of course.
You know, hook in the bathroom for the extra roll up there or something like that. And then I finally figured out, oh, if you wear a suit,
So you had really do all this.
Yeah.
What would it try? What flag would it try? I guess the beginning.
The Christian flag. And my issue is, I think they're going about it. I agree with them. If you're going to run the gay flag, then everybody's flag is up for grabs. But like I told him, I said, well, but gayism is a construct. It is not a religious belief, you know.
So I'm not disagreeing.
Well, they've been there, but it is. They're not. But
so we're talking about the 3 flagpoles before City Hall.
I guess it would. Yeah.
Because those are the ones that matter. I told her again, I was at the job, I was told them those 2 flags don't ever change. They're always the American Alabama.
Right.
They'll never change that. We'll deal with the other thing. Now, I would say that I would probably use this. The reason the Black Lives Matter thing is different is because it's political, and that's a political organization. It's not a move. It's not a sympathy or that Black Lives Matter is a political organization making a lot of money.
Well, at least they did anyway.
Yeah, and it wasn't the wasn't the people they were saying we were supposed to have sympathy, which we should have sympathy for. You know, the people that made money on Black Lives Matter
Yeah,
The people getting beat up by cops.
buying mansions.
Right.
But yesterday the whole thing was that the legal department of the city of Montgomery said, well,
We're upstairs. Oh, okay. We can get you.
well, no, I thought it wasn't. Oh, the door outside right there.
It keeps the nut jobs from coming.
Yeah.
And beating us up.
Hey, look, all the dean.
Heard the way over here, and I was, because when I was at March April, had a real priest in there. His appearance out of road for the church. So he got and also this he did the idea that the two and this was always he was at the government. He was studying what he was doing, and he was helping with the shadow campaign. Like, oh, I'm not trying to, you know, 88, then something.
I think he because he also went on Arsenio Hall.
He went on Arsenio Hall as phenomenal. So that was actually very good. He was just trying to do that. But it was a long-winded speech, graduation speech. I had the greatest graduation ever. There were 3 guest people, and they didn't bother to take everybody across the stage. They had that much of the just left on the way out. You know, like that. Yeah. I've been there. Oh yeah, it's great too. Yeah, I said small. So the Barry's graduated masters, and they had I think he didn't have the time for himself. And then it's like, oh, this was
Now that's a Catholic song I ever heard of. Yeah, that's a good song. That's a great song. Is that a great song?
yeah.
I got a little Baptist feeling in there a little bit.
There's some song that cross over. It's
Yeah.
very different. Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah. I mean, if I could close my eyes, I wouldn't know about these Baptists. Anyway, those boys you can hear is from Petters, who is a St. Peter's Church, Catholic Church, and along with Father James Dean, who is the head priest at Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is up there. You guys noticed, I did not mean to ask the name.
That's very good.
It's a long time.
Maybe you visit one of them.
Yeah, what it is, I want to. I like it. You know, I like the Catholic. I like the regal. Y'all don't smile.
Well, listen, that was kind of scary. Long story. We're worshiping God because
I've got a symphony.
right. Happy minutes. and the people. So there's a time for that. The massive entertainment. And
I want to be entertained, but I don't want to be made to feel like it's real.
Yeah, because that no one really said that. You can't hear it, didn't it?
I don't know about George. I mean, but you know, now I know Father Manuel Williams over there. You know, that's a different kind of atmosphere. Yeah, you know, we can actually, they can actually sing over there.
Oh yeah. I gotta get back to it.
Yeah, why don't you come in and check it out? Check it out. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Over some home, but it's good my hobby. Yep.
Okay. You know, I was doing a little studying on the Catholic.
Scary thought.
Women on the Catholic. And they said there are three mysteries. And I don't understand why they call these mysteries of the Catholic faith.
Well, there's much more than three mysteries.
Well, this one I got to, you know.
Okay,
and it said the virginity of Mary is one, the resurrection of Christ, what's the other one, and his death. And the universe,
there's a ton of mysteries. But I mean, what a mystery is, it is something that is, I guess, unexplainable in that represents. I mean, words are good and better. I mean, you just, that is it's impossible by doing that. So it is, and what we do as a God is some of the mystery that God is so far beyond us. We can't fully comprehend, the things of that. But yeah, and so those would be certainly, I mean, God taking on people's life. Amazing.
But it would seem to me, and it suggests to me that God wanted us to understand something here, that we can understand.
He knows it. I mean, the Ten Commandments, which one don't you understand?
I got no.
Yeah. So, I mean, but God does. He reveals himself. But the problem is that some things of God, he's revealed it as best we can understand it, but we're never going to put the infinite in the finite mind. We're just limited. There's no way we'll ever understand God fully. We'll get some things about God and see God face to face. We definitely understand as best we can, but we'll never. And that's great. So in other words, let's say that we could exhaust a stream or something like that. So when we get thirsty again, it's what we do. And so in the same way with God, we think about no eternity being in God's presence. Those who are in heaven, Jesus, and to be in God's presence. And if we understood it fully, we'd get bored. It's a mystery. We're always going to be like, just the depths, the beauty is just beyond us. And so we're just going to be always in awe. St. Paul said, eye has not seen, ears not heard, nor has seen the found in heaven. God is prepared for those who love him. So we can't really comprehend it, which is good.
Well, not everything, but those things that are essential to our salvation, it would seem to me that he'd want us to understand.
There's a lot of things that are essential to salvation that we do understand, and we don't like them, so we reject what they are clearly saying. Jesus said, if you want to have my life, you eat my body, drink. Right. He said,
and y'all think that's little.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, we think it's little. He said it pretty strongly. And there were disciples that left over. Yeah. And also, for 1,000 years, no Christians did not believe. You didn't believe that you had Christians.
But let me explain. The Last Supper, they actually had wine and bread.
They did.
So what did you think I'm supposed to? He ate his own.
Let's say it's a mystery, Kevin.
Mystery.
No, but it is we call it metaphysical, beyond the physical.
Right.
In other words, just like when you see Jesus, when you saw him on earth, what would you have seen? You would have seen man. Yeah, you would not have seen his godliness, his divinity. And the same way in Eucharist, you cannot see Jesus in the same way that in his glorified divinity, glorified humanity. So we can't see that fully. So a mystery is something we accept on the Word of God, on his witness to, and we accept it even though we can't fully understand it. The vast majority of the time, it remains in what we call the accidents of the physical property of bread and wine. There are cases where it has turned into real blood and real heart blood. Yeah. So there are cases, and we have those in existence today, Kevin. That's right. Kevin, you need to look that up one time. That'd be good thing. Eucharistic miracles. Exactly. Eucharistic miracles. Y'all look that up.
Here's something I always wondered about. All of our songs, from a human perspective, are we're going to see God alone. Like, we're going to meet our cousin when we get up there. We're going to meet our mom, dad when we get up there. How much of that is Bravo Sierra?
You know, you see, I mean, in the book of Revelation, John speaks into heaven. This is about and we know that we united Christ, and that relation lost forever. So those who united Christ, we're going to be together. We're going to know those people. I mean, if you don't know people, I'm not who I am. You know, you have to did everything.
But you're not in a physical presence, in a physical body that you're in now. So how are we going? Aren't these just songs made? Aren't these things that are just made up so we can accept it better, rather than
they are descriptions that we can understand that are just as long as the community are just more. Like you're going to have, you're going to have and we're going to do it. The idea is it's going to be all of the and that was for those of you that the seed, are they actual little images? Maybe I would say also that Christ is the knowledge. Is God, he was glorified. So it's here to be up there and pick out that, he was with these two disciples and after the resident, he disappeared from them. So he had the same body because the time said after he was not doing so the disappeared and said, Thomas and around.
Because he didn't decompose.
But again, right. So that's the things that we believe that, and it's funny because who asked the question why, if you give a kidney to somebody, who has that kidney and the goes hurt the body. And I always tell them, I'm going to say it. Man, and listen, God can handle it. God can, he can resurrect it. Not the thing you say right now, but it is the same body that it is. And there are some things to body. And that's the only thing. We get right in there.
You want to exist?
Oh, yeah, I wonder. Good, that's great. Glory to glory.
All right.
Even our body feels a little bit weak, the God will raise that up and glorify it.
I'm just thinking, I would say that some of the things we say in our church now, like,
it is really tough.
About being a long white road.
Actually, in Revelation,
you can't get a road like you.
But actually, in Revelation, talks about the saints and and so that was the righteous deeds. In other words, the ones in the last judgment in Matthew 25, 31 to 46, from Jesus' own lips, when you do now, under the clothes on you, and put on your those are different things. And so those righteous deeds that we do follow us, in this life, and that is our road. That is our, and so it is. It's.
That's a symbolic.
It is about. I agree. But this imaged in that way, with that road. It says that we washed in the blood of God. So again, the things that Scripture God communicates to us are done so in ways we can understand.
And maybe it's man's attempt to try to.
That's a good question, Kevin. And in other words, how do we know this is the will of God? How do we understand that? That's a really good question. And outside the common faith, I don't know how you could do that. Because, I mean, the Bible didn't come down to us bound together, all the books, gold, pages and tabs and like that. The church actually put together the New Testament for about 400 years. And so, and has the authority to interpret that. So,
Somebody sent me a text says, I don't know what the Pope said, but evidently the Pope made comments about conservative politicians.
I'm not, but the thing is, the Pope has the ability to speak on faith and morals, not on politics. So, I don't know what he said this time, but he's getting a little bit older too. I think he's 85 or 86. And so sometimes he says things, unbelievably, some older people don't always hear. And I also always talk to people. Many of the reports on what the Pope says from the station, so he will say things, and the pick and choose what they're going to say. Now, the Pope is very, very clear about a lot of the revelation policy.
But then it all comes to the Vatican.
Well, but I have my own opinion about how he should be affected. Yeah, but he doesn't like American conservative. Get it? South America.
They're trying to get up. They're trying to move up here.
Yeah, right. And like I said, he doesn't have an organ. And so, I mean, especially in
what is you guys' opinions of, because often it is brought to my attention that evangelicals, for whatever reason, a lot of them support the former president of the United States. And people say, well, how can you do that when he was married 14 times and this and that? And my answer would be, well, name us who haven't done something. But what's your thought? In your mind, can you be a good Christian, at least trying the best you can, and still have different political views of people? I'm not looking for imperfect people. Should not be looking for perfect people.
And it's not but yeah, I mean, when I'm not looking at politics, I'm looking at positions, people take it, when they get into office. I'm not electing a state, a politician. I know that they're all flawed, and I think evangelical, especially a couple of things I think that really just pro-life, second of all, the Supreme Court. But I mean, that's one thing that's significant. I'm pretty sure. Christian, Christians can have very. They shouldn't disagree. Yeah, they shouldn't disagree on abortion. They shouldn't. Yeah, that's the thing like that. There's certain things that really do. How do you take care of poor? Yeah, most you can disagree on that. Yeah, most of the you should always be focused on the dignity and most of the men in the Bible who make a great impact on us. We're not perfect. Most of them, I mean, was Paul Saul or was he Saul then Paul? He was Saul then Paul. I think he even put the sword to some citizens. Stephen, you see that he was there to supervise him. Moses was a guy who, although if the movie is right, I didn't mind him killing the guy because he beat the hell out of somebody. Yeah, right. He was defending somebody. But I'm pretty sure that can people who seemingly on the outward side are bad folks, can they be good inside? And we don't always see the good. We merely see the bad. I would say that Jesus said you'll know the tree by the fruit. So in other words, he said a good tree doesn't bear bad fruit, bad tree doesn't bear good fruit. So if there's good fruit, that's a good sign that there's a good tree. So but we can't judge anybody's into it. I feel like if anybody's soul, But so we can't look at it by so that's what Jesus says you can't drink. I think that's wrong. I'm not wrong to learn that's in business or youth or whatever. I know those things are wrong. But the things that people when they do those things, I don't know what they're thinking or what influences them in that direction. So our court system, I can ask those questions. If they ask people, that's what they ask. To see what culpability it is. So the culpability is different than the action. But like I said, good things, they're good things. But even courts are not necessarily judging the soul of the person, but they're judging this person be trusted in the society. So what the criminal should be. What the criminal should be.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Well, he's not guilty until he's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, of course he does. The politicians go after him. Yeah. I guess I didn't vote for him the first time, so I would say no. But the point about judging is about condemning someone, saying that they. Yeah, and I don't necessarily agree with this. But my favorite line about Donald Trump is what they would say because they work together, and sometimes he said, I like Donald Trump. I wouldn't trust him with my wallet, but I like Donald Trump. With my wife. Right, or my wife. Well, hey, listen, no, I don't tell you that. I'm not saying I'm not going to vote for him. Listen, I'm not going to vote for him coming up. What I'm saying is that, like every president, there are things that he's done that you like to know things that he's done that he's done.
And Obama took credit for what Bush
not
did.
At the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Yeah, he put three judges on the Supreme Court that no way to Obama.
No. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. Because Jesus gave us a faith. Because Jesus gave us a faith. That's why we need it. Because Jesus told Peter, you are Peter, God's rock, and I build my church. Well, remember what happened when Jesus told Peter, Peter didn't say that I am. And it's not, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and the prophets, John the Baptist. And he said, who do you say I am? Peter said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said to him, blessed are you, Simon, but because you actually what is not good, is keep up my kingdom of God. And I say, you are Peter, you're the rock that I'm doing a church on, you're the keys of the kingdom of heaven will be bound and understood. So what God did was he revealed his son through Peter. And so, yeah, we need the leadership that Jesus has chosen for the church so we can know who Jesus is, know the truths of God. Because, and the unity. Well, that's just what Jesus said. He's the pastor of all Jesus' flock. That's what's important. Yeah, because Jesus is the good shepherd. Jesus is the good shepherd. You know that. John chapter 10. And in John, before Jesus left this world, he asked Peter, you love me 3 times. Peter said, yes, Lord, I love you. He said, feed my sheep, tend my flock. And so he gave his flock over to Peter. So when Peter died, Linus was elected, and Cletus and Clement and Sixtus, all the way down to Francis. So we have a continual line of succession because Jesus established an office to that leader. And so, yeah, the family of God needs a head. And I just told you. But in a human world, when you're not working with the papacy, you end up starting to believe all kinds of different things. We get into debates over what Jesus meant about in his own text in John chapter 6. Christian denominations have all kinds of interpretations about that. There's all kinds of interpretations on other things. By having a pope in an organized church that Jesus gave us, we have something to. And he did. He gave us an organized church. Well, I know you don't.
But they're not Catholic.
Yeah, but how do you have a Bible if you don't have a pope? In other words, who gave you the Bible? What's your Bible do? No, do you have do you have the Bible? I mean, yeah, you do. You do. And that's why Jesus said very clearly that Peter was informed by the Father that he was the Christ, and so he would build up to others. Yeah, we do need a pope to know Christ. Yeah. And otherwise, how do you know Christ? What did you meet him? He told you about his life, whatever. No, you've received it through passing on of the truth of Jesus Christ, especially part of the scripture, which that is depending upon the pope. If we didn't have the pope, we wouldn't have the Bible. All right. Well, I'm telling you the truth. This is history. That's history. In other words, where did you get the Bible from? You got to restore it, and where did the school get it from? You got it to pass down for 2,000 years through the Catholic Church, led by the Pope.
That's interesting. We'll take a break, so we'll be back right after this. 860-464, my number is Catholic Hour. Father James Dean from Our Lady of Guadalupe, and Mr. Brian Public from Congregant, I guess that's what it is. My mind. Well, we'll be back.
Yeah, come on. No. Messed up. Anyway, no biggie. So, yeah, what's going on these days? Was it surviving? Okay. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. We talked about the that's our community.
Today's little bread says something about, it says, he has not stopped showing his kindness to the living and the dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, being heaven is God's kindness. We shouldn't do that.
How do you give kindness to the dead?
We live in that, we live in that.
So you believe since somebody dies, automatically his soul goes with them? What is the purpose of communion?
Because it was everything. And it's how we play through that earth.
Is there any
proof of purgatory? I mean, the scriptures and again, no, because the second Maccabees is a specific request.
But that's not in the
No, well, that's That's because Luther. That's because Luther.
You gotta take $4 out of the business.
That's because Luther had his own personality difficulties that he tried to make the Bible fulfill. This can do it. And I can't do it now.
Oh yeah, I think only one thing in the figure actually works.
You got the volume up? Can you hear us? Yeah, I hear us. Well, I don't know that I hear anything.
I gotta hear it. I gotta get that engineer.
They're not here, y'all. We're going to get out. Okay, you're doing computer stuff too?
Yeah, I'm just hearing it.
Here. You still have your shop and you
I figure commercial real estate is a bigger real estate than that.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hey, I
can.
never seen that.
Yeah, they never moved in. They never moved in.
That's all the brand new furniture in there and all that stuff. Yes, they never moved in. Wow. You know, commercial real estate is
I mean, you pay their taxes, your taxes, their mortgage, and your rent. And I looked at the guy one day. I said, "You guys got any financial responsibility? You own us? No,
No, I didn't know that.
yeah. I said, wow.
I've never had commercial real estate. I heard someone said after COVID said that was the one thing.
And what we found out is that you just don't need to come nobody out. You get it out. Make sure you're capable.
Yeah, right. And I think that's something.
Oh, you understand? We got programs that will tell you when you're in front of the computer, not how much time. I don't know. I see the bed over there. Our number is 860-1440. Got a question for you. I said, call you the Pope. If you got a question for Father James Dean or Brian Pettis, please give us a call 860-1440. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
The best line.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Of course, I heard that from somebody much smarter than me. I get that from somebody much smarter than me. But it is a great statement. That's a plan. Yeah. He said it won't both go in front of the company. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I would probably not do it. I didn't go to all in 2016. I was on 26, quite a bit. And a lot of it has to do with the way electoral politics works. I can't affect Alabama. Alabama was a good cut. Large margins. My vote, I would take principle. Yeah. I don't remember mistaken. I don't remember mistaken. I think there's about a lot of bravado. But like every politician's got people to do that. Every politician's got good to do that. I hear you saying, yeah, there's a lot of people support him. How well. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I've heard somebody say, I have never heard them say that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a paraphrase, but yeah. 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 What I would say is, um, that the way we have turned politics into a game show in this country has created that with all politics. Every politician that's going to, every person that's running for president has an ego that says, I'm the best person out of 300, I'm the only person out of 340 million people qualified to run this country. Every one of them. So Donald Trump's egotism is more out in the open than Barack Obama or George Bush's or even Joe Biden. Okay, why anybody thought that Joe Biden is anything other than a lifelong liar, I don't know. His political career could have ended in 1988 when it was discovered he was a plagiarist. So I don't put any trust in any politician.
But I will tell you, I don't care who cares not. At the end of the day, if it's Trump and Biden somehow that happens, I'm going with Trump.
I have a very faithful brother-in-law who hates Donald Trump. And he said exactly the same thing. It's between Trump and Biden, I'm going to vote for Trump.
I just one evil versus another. Give me the evil that I know.
Give us somebody better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're both too old. I
think they're both too old. I actually think Donald Trump's going to run out of money before I don't think he's going to have enough money for that. Oh. That's just, I'm reading some tea leaves.
I don't know why he would. They screwed the guy, glued the guy, tattooed the guy. I mean, you take the president of the United States and you turn around and hunt him down for 4 years and he was a king of Russia. President of the United States. I don't know why he was that. I don't have that much.
The only thing worse than Donald Trump is his enemies.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's the truth.
But are we measuring everybody with the same rule? I don't believe we are. We may not like like our mayor here. There are some people who don't like his personality, so therefore he sucks as a mayor. Well, I'm attending to the thing different. Listen, he's done a great job in my mind. I may not like his personality sometimes, but people don't like my personality.
There is no question that there's inequality.
There's none of
it.
He got a big mouth and he's egotistical and narcissistic.
Yeah. That's the reason not to vote.
Maybe so, whatever.
Give me a choice. I think the law.
Give me a choice.
The lawfare instinct is problematic, and I think some Democrats really don't get the want that comes back at it.
Well, I've never seen a clearer case of discrimination in the prosecution, in the prosecutorial process, as it is with him versus Biden. I've just never seen this before. I'm telling you, if you were overseas and I was overseas someplace and I saw this, I would think this is a banana republic.
If I had a box of classified documents in my garage, I would be injured.
Yeah, we're not the president though.
No, he was good.
Well, that's true. He had stuff at home.
Again, so yeah. And that's the easy thing.
I guess let me take the last break out. I guess we just need to pray.
I don't understand why one person has the same thing.
Yes. Because there's no course. We are not a theocracy. We don't put people in office based on their religious belief. We hope they have some, but let's just say when good people in office, the country flourishes. When there's evil people in office, we go the other way. I don't think he is evil. I think he's just a little bit narcissistic.
Like I said, yeah, narcissistic.
Yeah.
Well, he's a lot narcissistic.
Yeah.
But they all are.
Yeah.
But no, he's very outward.
Yeah. I just think it's time. I think he's too old. I think Biden's too old. Give me DeSantis, but evidently people don't like DeSantis right now. Crush him to the ground. So I don't know who they're.
They don't like DeSantis because he's taking away money from Trump. What Trump is using to do is
We'll be back. Father James Dean, out of Lady Guadalupe, up there in Wetumpka, where they said Astro hit. I say, show me the video. Okay, I don't believe it, but hey, it's good for tourists. We'll be back.
That's something new. No, I know that the opposite. Is that they're promoting this new? They are. My understanding is that they're trying to build. No.
Come on.
Yeah, they're trying to build a resource city. Kind of well, there's one on the restaurant. I think they're actually trying to do that. I think you know that. Yeah, because they're trying to work on the middle of the city. Yeah. No, is it? It's you did a good job with it. It's the way that they go up over that look over the hill like the family room and they got some gardens. Yeah, the way it flattens out it's a whole wall. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I guess, sir.
It's my day to be a servant.
I got you. Thank you.
It don't quite reach the thing where the lady gave her last dime.
Yeah, right. You see, all of the on top, she's like the captain last year. Touchdown, 42 on touchdown.
I really tired.
Yeah, so. Like I said, they can't take it.
No, they can't.
That's definitely 1 year.
Unless they play Notre Dame, then
because you're from the South.
Yeah. We're going with the Irish. I went home in 20 when my sister died. I went home and went on the University of Notre Dame campus. And you've been in Alabama too long, and you go out on University of Notre Dame campus there, roll the tide. That's nice. I said, Ruby and everybody else would be turning in their graves.
Yeah, there's two teams that they've played against in his whole career. There's two teams that he played against and never beat. He played more than once.
Well, ain't that today? But I know today can't beat Alabama for the tea in China.
We're just in the bed like this. Yes.
Although Alabama paid their players more money than we do. And this name and likeness thing, I think the name and likeness thing, when you make millionaires out of kids, I'm just, and I'm gonna tell you, it's going to lead itself to the worst thing. Free education is a pretty good paycheck.
It is. And my associate, I don't know baseball, you get out of you play minor league. You can work later, but you can take your job. So football, you have to do it like that's a minor league. So they need a minor league. They have a different system like that.
I think USFL or yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're good at what you do, oh yeah, it is 7:51 this morning. And again, if you are new to town, you out on base, or you are at home to show your wheels or your roots, or whatever you call them in Texas. Okay, that's the one. Yeah, you want to go out there with Temple, which is not very far from base. I don't think there's
yeah. So Joseph, well, that's what is there. You know, okay. I say it all the time. But and that's really straight up now. Really good coming out. He's been down there in that.
Yeah. Is there a number where people can call the church?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not going to get around and see that.
I'll let it Guadalupe. You just got to be able to spell Guadalupe.
You start spelling it, probably you'll fill it in.
AI is on the job all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
AI. Any religious connotations with AI in your mind?
I mean, it's just a computer, obviously, and you program a computer. Whatever you tell a computer to do, it'll do. It does it faster than we do, and it can, modify.
But it has been known. AI has been known to somehow give its own little personality.
Well, you have to program to do that. Yeah, you have to know it's not that
So you're a smart preacher.
Well, no,
you could have got a job.
Yeah, that was definitely a good field. I love it. I love programming. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the one thing we're taught to program right away is GI Judah. So whatever you program, the computer's going to do.
And you don't think we're in the age now where that programming can sort of, with AI being what it is, you don't believe that it could get a mind of its own?
It can learn. It can learn. But no, if you don't tell it something, it's not going to know it. No, it's not going to think. Computers don't think. We have apps that, we can think, or we can make conclusions and not, the biggest problem with AI is people trust it beyond actually. They say, "Oh, it came from the computer; it must be right." Well, it still has prejudices of the programmer, and they caught AI in all programs lying, making up cases that didn't exist. They're putting them into and caught that. So, so you got to be very careful.
So you obviously have never watched MacGyver.
Actually, I have watched MacGyver.
Okay, because in MacGyver, the machines get a personality of their own.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
saying. Yeah, well, I'm a Star Trek fan, so good Kirk beat up a lot of machines.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyway, so the thing is that we have left. They say that America is becoming less and less religious.
Yeah.
Why do you believe that to be so?
Like I said, you go by fruits, and I think the fruits of our country are obvious. I'll tell you, I read something in June, a survey that was completed. It said that 34%, over 1/3 of Americans, never go to a religious service. And they said 38% of men, 30% of women. So the rest of them,
that's the church's fault.
Yeah, it's part of this. I think our culture is certainly antithetical.
With our willingness to legalize, give credence to everything that comes out it certainly is there's a glare between the difference between right and legal.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And yeah, like I said, I mean, so much to say about culture. You know, there's no moral foundation. It seems like. I mean, you know, things are, good and family good and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's consciousness of, following, the commandments and following God. It just seems like it's in there. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's
Christianity is the only religion or doctrine, I think, that requires us to acknowledge right and wrong.
I don't know all the rest of it.
But it seems, every time
the Judaism,
right, with the flag and everything, and everybody seems, well, we'll do anything else, but we don't want to, we're not going to be called with, like, this morning, evangelicals. They're evangelicals are human beings like everybody else, and they have to make up their mind and that thing either. But it just seems like to me that there's an assault on Christianity.
Yeah,
in America.
Well, we do that with the administration. The federal government, also, it isn't campus to do.
Right.
I mean, that was the cause out. So, morals, get fired. Well, and we have maybe government law about less than having churches burned down. And there's nothing we can do.
Let's give us a prayer.
Let us pray. Lord God, send your Holy Spirit, Father, to help us to know your holy will. Give us the strength and courage to follow that where it leads us. It's all things through Christ our Lord. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you for playing. Praise God.
So the thing across the chest and what is that?
That's the sound of the cross. That's the true great mystery, I think.
So you think by doing that, you put you closer?
No, I mean, it's just like a prayer. It's a prayer.
Okay, I understand.
That's it.
And the thing you do when you walk across in the church, when you bend on one knee.
Yeah. Genuflection. Genuflection is bending on the knee. Adoration, worship.
Right. Because the priest walks by that without doing that. He's a priest.
Because we reverence the Christ in the tabernacle.
Let's got Brian's out for coming. We'll see you next time. We'll be back.
Okay. Oh, you got him. Do you ever go to games before? I have a friend whose son is a teenager. Maybe okay. Maybe tomorrow night. Yeah, I know. The road games are awesome. The Slocum, Geneva, and Demopolis. Yeah, they've got five straight road games.
So you didn't hear anything out of any of the ears on your mic?
No, I heard it. Oh, yeah. So, no, I haven't. All right, good to see you, bud.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, exactly. What I say?
Yeah.
I could exit before now. This is super. Yeah.
They believe the agreement for the benefits still stands. It prevents any additional charges from being filed against Mr. Biden. The plea deal involving two tax misdemeanors qualified in court. A 6-day at Atlanta's County Jail, which is already being investigated for filthy conditions and potential civil rights violations. 24-year-old Sean Ray Delmore was being held on a second-degree charge. He was found unresponsive during a routine check. Justice Department control after the body of a man who died in the flood last year was found covered in insects. President Biden's rejected several conditions of a plea agreement with some 9/11 conspirators. Pentagon correspondent Cammie McCormick.
The five have been held at Guantanamo for decades, including Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the principal architect of the attacks. Their conditions include not serving their life terms in solitary confinement. The New York Times reports President Biden has concurred with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's recommendation not to accept the conditions. The victims' families were angry about the deal.
The new NFL season kicks off tonight. Quarterbacks will be wearing new helmets with color characteristics. Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes will be wearing a handful of cigarette letters to wear a vaccine precision-specific social helmet. Because his co-founder Dave Miller said the helmet provides more than the safety. See the field with the located at the level with the field. Concussions are the most common injuries among football players. Just half the number of people applying for unemployment benefits last week fell to the lowest level in 7 months, despite higher interest rates intended to slow hiring. Dow futures down 101. This is CBS News.
You need to hire fast to hire right. You need Indeed. Their everyday hiring platform helps you attract and hire candidates quickly. Indeed.com/better. I'm great to you. To be like, well, trying to help the needle. Sure. It's your job to send job there. All you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates. So, other companies like the way they run it. ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. Right, moving forward, to post the job in ZipRecruiter, you can only do it if you recruit the doing first grade. ZipRecruiter has countless ways to hire. And right now, you can sign ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
What company is taking the lead in EVs with the new motor show?
Vehicle sales sold here at Europe Chinese. There's a government that product itself with 25% less than pure EV. Chinese amateur big crowd. The whole industry globally.
Canada.
The latest deployment BYD aims to become third with the CBS News.
Demolition in Los Angeles. Marilyn Monroe and her own. She purchased the 2600 for $77,000 in 1964, 6 months before she was dead inside the bedroom. Now the first day the new owner has been using the official government to tear it down. CBS News.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and AGE. Clean nose, healthy life. Provide ERC Business Solutions. The following is a public notice for business owners affected by COVID-19. Due to the recent expansion of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, you may be eligible to receive compensation of up to $26,000 per employee on your payroll throughout 2020 and 21. However, time is running out for you to apply for this credit. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple to encourage as many business people as possible to take advantage of this program before the window closes. A toll-free telephone number has been established for you to rapidly check your eligibility. There are no application fees, and the average call takes less than 8 minutes. That number is 888-449-3604. 888-449-3604. To see if you qualify to receive a check from the U.S. Treasury Department for up to $26,000 per employee before the program ends, call 888-449-3604. A team of ERC specialists are awaiting your call. 888-449-3604. Once again, 888-449-3604. Hey, we're talking to Candy.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well, finds you the best you can be. Good morning to you. My name is Kevin Elkins, and of course, this is News Radio 1440. The most important dial on the radio in the city of Montgomery is this one, of course. Mayor's Airways. Everybody tunes in to listen and see what we got going on. I took a couple days off last week. The world looked like the world didn't fall apart. I was hanging loose. I'm here now. So don't fret. I'm here. I'm back. Yeah. I didn't really know the whole Trump thing. Listen, I'm not voting for Trump because he's the best Christian. I haven't always been the best Christian. I'm not. Listen, that's his thing. I'm only voting for the guy for what he wants to do for the country. But let me tell you the one thing he hadn't tried to do. He had not tried to sway people who believe in God not to. He hasn't demanded that we don't say Merry Christmas in businesses. He hasn't threatened to. I mean, so yeah, listen, he's egotistical, narcissistic, and all those things. I agree with you, but he has not interfered with me practicing what I believe. He hasn't done it, and some of these people are doing that now. So I'm not, you tell people you can't say Merry Christmas, you can't say God, you can't, even the troops, even some of our soldiers, now, some of our chaplains can't even say certain things now, even though they may have we have the Christian faith. So, no, no, again, now he's too old now too. I think he's too old. I think 70 years old is just old. I mean, it's at least 71, 72. But after that, it's probably time to go home. Biden is certainly too old, and what's name is right, and Trump is right behind him. So but give us somebody else. Give us somebody else with the gonads that can be a man that can run for office. I'm not that sure about Pence anymore. I like him, good guy, but I don't know if he's got the moxie in order to get him there. I don't want you to be nice all the time. I want you to go up to somebody and knock the hell out of them, for being stupid. So I'm not, I don't know. He's got some of that moxie. I like that. I like a person that does not mind fighting for what they believe. Sometimes they fight for what they don't believe, but fight anyway. 860-14 is the number here. When you get called up, talk with someone, you might got a lot of other things to talk about today too. You continue some of that conversation from yesterday if you need to. Yes, Ed. Mm-hmm. Ed, it's not for me. It's your something. I don't believe that. Mm. I don't believe we have the capacity to do it. So no, sir, you won't change my mind. I mean, you have your. I don't think man has the capacity to love God the way they try to tell us they do. I just don't believe it. But that's just me. No. Mhm. And Ed, you have yet to find what you want to do. And how does man okay, how does man show that love? Hmm. Oh, so it is an action and not a belief. Okay. All right, see you later. Okay, that's it. Good morning on there. Mm-hmm. I'm not really shocked. Strong Burger was 100. Really? Yeah. Mm. And he ought to be gone too. He ought to be gone too. Yeah. Well, now, well, here, Republican thing. I believe, no, I think the governor of the state does. I think as a matter of fact, Tuberville, who's that guy that got it before Tuberville ran? The former, the former, the former attorney general. Yeah, I think the governor does. Yeah. Well, matter of fact, yeah, Feinstein. Yeah, Feinstein. She was wow. She's 76 years old. 7 months. I think. Let me see who else is. Next up would be Ed Markey. He's in it now. He is 76 years old. Oh, what, you know. The next one after that is a guy named Richard Blumenthal, who is, wow, he's 77 years old. Yeah. And the next guy after that is Dick Durbin, who is 78 years old. Agnes King, never heard of him, who is 78 years old. I guess once you get that job, it's for life. Right. In Alabama, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it's about. Yeah. I think I'm at Ben Cardin, who's from Maryland, is 79 years old. Ah, Jim Wright is 79 years old, almost 80. But now, let me ask you a question, and here's my question. Now, the only guy I know for sure right now needs to go home is Mitchell College. But if I am mentally alert, and Bernie Sanders don't, he's 81, but if you're mentally alert and everything like that, should you really take the job? Shouldn't there be a litmus test? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Bernie is nuts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chuck Grassley, I didn't know he's 89 years old. My Lord, these guys have been there. Yeah. Dianne Feinstein is 89 years old, 7 months and 24 days. My Lord. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's time to clean house. Yeah, it's time to get the new baby. Well, watch out for the hair thing. And that's why I know I'm not gonna run for office because I'll be 17 years old in 4 years. So if the good thing the mayor knows that now because I won't run against him because I'll be 70 if I'm alive. So yeah, I just don't give up. Yeah, right. Okay, if I'm not, if I'm not, I'll be last to know. All right, appreciate it. 860-1440 is the number here. Good money on there. Yes, sir. No, there isn't. No, only. Okay. Well, that's true. Well, well, philosophically, right? Philosophically, I believe. Philosophically, I agree with you. But let me just: Americans are so uninformed and so unknowledgeable. They do not have knowledge of things. They don't even pay much attention to their own country now. So somebody has got to say, because you can. Mitch McConnell needs to go home. Okay, Feinstein, almost 90. They need to go home. Yeah. Well, again, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not, okay. Now, why you calling the man a fool? He's young. He's energetic. He has some great, I think, faults. I mean, what's wrong with him? Now, tell me something that he said. Okay, tell me something he said was buffoon. Really? Mhm. That's why we got. That's why we got a State Department. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Well, so let me get this. Let me get this right. We got a bunch. We just read the list of the 10 oldest senators that are there, and look at our country now. Look at our country now. We can't define what a woman is. We get women, men, and women's clothing and women's sport. I mean, so we got all these old wise people up in Washington D.C. right now, and our country's in a mess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In a way, you're right. Right. In a way, you're right. Get rid of them. Mhm. Okay. They don't know who they vote for, brother. Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. I just think most Americans are disengaged from the process. Good morning. Yeah. I think you're right. Well, I guess you're right. The most privileged nursing home. Yeah, that's what truly that consider what I just read. Yeah, absolutely. Man. Mhm. I guess so. He all right with me. He ain't he all right with me. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, he all right. He all right. We just we need some youth up there, right? Not too young, but I think 30. I think 37. I think 40, 37 or 47. I think that's about the right age to get. And he's got a State Department. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Well, women get older than men quicker. You know, y'all got issues. Yeah, yeah, y'all got issues. Yeah. Your hormones get all messed up in your body, and y'all just go. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. All right. Appreciate it. It is 8:26. Good morning on there. Mm. He's doing good. Tommy Tuberville is my man. I think we all have a fundamental knowledge. Okay, listen, you can take a sentence out of context and you say all kinds of things, but I'll give Tuberville what he's doing. The young, well, that's because the guy that's in the White House now, which is an absolute idiot. I hate to say that, but open up the floodgates and letting everybody come in. And you know who's going to be hurt? Black folks are the ones who's going to be hurt out of this. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be up there. I'll be up there with him. Well, Shelby, it's my understanding. What Tuberville doing what I want him to do. Yeah, hey, listen, Tuberville doing what I want him to do. And that's a joke. That's a con. That's a biggest lie. No, of course not. Well, I'm not a conservative. I am a centrist. I'm not a conservative. I go either way. Yeah, yeah. Listen, the tax break was a joke. Yeah, that's because of you. That's because of you voting for Democrats. No, I'm with you on that one, but that's the Alabama thing. I mean, when, when the people when the people get angry enough, they'll make a change. They're not angry yet. They're not. That's right. That's right. That's a big deal too. Yeah, that's a big deal too. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Would you be okay if kids brought Playboy to school? Again, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay if the boy? Okay. You didn't answer my question. Would you be okay if young men brought Playboy magazine to school? Or would you? Again, that's his cell phone. The only person that access to his cell phone is him. I just asked you again. Would you be okay if they put Playboys in the libraries? I ain't talking about in the hand. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about in the public library. Okay. All right, man. I got to run. You know, answer the phone. Of course, you would be okay with it. We'll be back after. Of course, you wouldn't want Playboy in school. Of course, you would. I wanna go home. I'm a centrist.
Or generating rain and storm. There could be a few showers
Friday. This weekend, all looking dry with a good deal of sunshine, high temperatures in the lower 90s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. 85 southbound, the big headache. Minor accident there at Hall Street over past near Jackson. As traffic backed up, running slow through that area. Not as bad as it was, but please be advised it's still a little backed up there southbound on 85. Larry, Live Oak, make sure that you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry can customize the insurance since 1980. Call Live Oak Insurance, 4791 Main Street in Philadelphia, 852881. Buckle up, it's the law. Skywatch traffic. This is
Dude, I appreciate that.
Trustworthy, up to date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with you too.
Elkins are serious to make quality know with a really cheap bag it every day. Cheaper through the school lunch. Most expensive sandwich, over 46% increase.
I'm gonna be there.
That sandwich has ever touched $5.
Did they show me up on the big board? Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
So need you there like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
April should have tickets for you.
What I need a ticket for? I'm a celebrity.
Or bring a media pass.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring that. You mean you haven't told the whole staff I'm coming? Oh man.
Secret.
Yeah, that's right. Just get it on the show. Yeah. But I'll be there.
And you can get Rick's the one who announces it, so you can tell him whatever you want to say.
That's okay. He knows everything's important.
Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app? Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas. Does that actually add up to anything? I'll make around $200. Wow, that's
Oh, we sure got a lot of young folks killing each other in this country.
Download the free Upside app now to earn
I just don't know
every
what the
time you
problem
buy
is.
gas. Use promo code.
Well, I know one of the problems
Extra
is
25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code
every
WINNING.
day,
Cash
every
anytime
hour.
to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WINNING for 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WINNING.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to conversations. Babbel is designed for
Yeah, I can't believe Rick and Bubba came to my house, my city, and threw out the pitch before I did.
Man, I think we're gonna have to have all about that.
I'm gonna forgive y'all for this one.
You probably know me as the OG here.
And they didn't even come over here and pay homage.
I'm a lot more than just a real housewife. And now I'm
So that's what happens when you get too big for your britches. And then I heard the boy they didn't even get the ball across the plate.
Nope.
So if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna get the ball across the plate, even if it's rolled.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
All right. Hey, if you do not like this guy, Michael Bublé, something wrong with you. Okay. But if you don't like the next guy you hear on the microphone, I don't know what's wrong with you either, though. He had an epiphany a couple weeks ago, and he came and he said to himself, "No, why didn't I have help? Any revelation?" And then we finally came to a sense of it's your turn. Okay. And they apologize for having written above board. Okay. I appreciate it. So
I'm doing great. I just didn't want to embarrass anybody else. Like having you come out and throw a first pitch. Yeah, professional baseball players are very embarrassed. These guys are working on their confidence, trying to get to the big leagues. And they might see you throw a pitch and like, what am I doing? How am I even trying?
I think I should throw 3 pitches and strike somebody out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So we might be wasting our time. You on a ceremonial first pitch. We can talk to the pitching coach and say,
Exactly.
Hey, I've got a new closer for you.
Okay, so
instead of you coming early in the game, come late, and you pitch and like that.
Okay, right. No matter what the score is,
No matter what.
and I'll pull it out. All right. Anyway, that's what you.
All right, Mike Murphy with the Biscuits and Jalen Young talking about our upcoming, really the final 4 guaranteed games. I say that because the Biscuits are still in the playoff race right now. So this weekend is the final 4 guaranteed games in the Biscuits season that we've watched again. Starting tonight, huge promotional night at the ballpark tonight. We've got our normal Thursday against Thursday box. We've got our normal t-shirt giveaway for the first 1,000 fans, 15 and over, presented by Alabama Work. A little bit outside the ordinary, we have a special Max Fireworks show tonight. So a Thursday night Max Fireworks show, the only one we've had all year. So something really special. On this night, we really want to celebrate the ending of our season with two great things for our fans. We're starting with tonight, again, t-shirt giveaway, big special Max Fireworks show. And then tomorrow is actually our fan appreciation night. So fan appreciation night, we kind of more or less clean out our closets. So we go through all the commercial items, all the videos we've had throughout the several years, all of our the prizes from our partners, so like coupons, a lot of different branded prizes we have. And we're just kind of giving away throughout the night. So if you come to the ballpark tomorrow and you really want to do it, so we want everybody to come and get something that has a Biscuits logo on it and take it home with them. So that's tomorrow night, Friday night. On Saturday is our military appreciation night presented by Alabama Power. Our way of honoring all the great military folks in our community, active duty, retired veterans. It's something that's very special to our community and very special to our country. So it's very important for us to do so. We have some $5 military tickets available. Again, that's on Saturday night, presented by Alabama Power. We also have Max Fireworks on Saturday, and then on Sunday it's the final regular season home game where Kevin will be throwing the ceremonial first pitch. First pitch is at 3:33, presented by Vance Law Firm, and then we have a scheduled poster giveaway for our 2024 season, celebrating 20 years of Biscuits baseball.
Wow. Listen, I didn't know that you guys were going to have those posters of me already to put.
We put you on the schedule for next year.
Okay, I'm just saying, I appreciate that. So this thing, you can come to the game and get a poster of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I know we don't want you to get mobbed up there, but do you want a special autograph table? Do you like?
No.
Okay.
I've often said
two security guards.
No. I've often said the autograph should only be on checks. Okay. That's the only time mine will work. Okay. Okay. But again, I didn't know you guys had the poster thing up already for me, so I'll be there. On the serious note, not that I wasn't serious, but on the serious note, have we supported you guys well? The city.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's our fans are amazing, and it's not just here in the city of Montgomery; it's around the country. And Biscuits, like our logo, we get photos of people all over the world wearing Biscuits logos. People that come to Montgomery, experience the game, go and tell people, "Hey, you need to go." And obviously, the great people of Montgomery and the River region coming out and supporting. It's been amazing. It's been awesome. And we want to on the highway.
Yeah. Now, when you're not doing the baseball thing, where you live? You live in Montgomery?
I live in Montgomery.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I live in Montgomery County.
That's West Montgomery.
I live in Montgomery County.
If Montgomery catches a cold, Pike Road gonna get the flu.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just want to let you know that.
Yeah,
you might want to stake out the property.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, one more time. Game of Sunday. The last game of Sunday.
Yes.
Can you start
3:33?
Okay. Oh, with me.
With you.
Oh yeah. So if I don't show up, the game don't start.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that, Kevin.
I'll be there. I'm
about to be umpire.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, and I'll throw that down. How far is the home plate from the pitch is not?
So from the mound to home plate is 60 feet and 6 inches, but you'll go a little bit in front of the mound because we'll have some fresh paint on the mound. We don't want you to get it on your
Gotcha.
shoes.
Okay. So that may
We'll go
help
a little
me.
bit.
Yeah,
Go
that may help me a
in
little
front.
bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you'll
okay.
probably be throwing it about 50 feet.
Okay, that's like a football pass.
That's easy.
You actually knock that out there on the back end of it. Man, I appreciate it, and wish the biscuits good luck.
Yeah,
We're
biscuitsbaseball.com is where you can find more information, follow along, get your tickets there, and then keep an eye out. Again, Biscuits are currently in first place, leading the Biloxi Shuckers by half game. We finish at Biloxi next week with the 1660s, so that's really going to determine it. And if Biscuits can pull it out and make it off for 6 straight years, we got the home September 19th.
But the most important thing about this Sunday game is the mayor of the area, will be throwing out the first pitch. But I'm gonna see if I can get through in there. Actually pitch to it back. That's what I want to do. Pitch to it back. Okay. I'm gonna do that. All right. Well, man, appreciate the coming back.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. You may not want to use it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be back.
You too long, man. You too long.
Okay, yeah. I'll see you on Sunday.
All right.
So, okay.
Around 3 o'clock.
So that here's a oh, good. Okay.
Again, 800-241-9690. Being here, we're just on. When regional banks come, the few of them close overnight, it keeps me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. Part of my personal protection plan. No more things that have to go through. 833 404 Needle
ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free.
All right, 8:48 in the morning. Got about 10 minutes left. Come on around here. You get in now. Hey, how do you get my biscuits name? Especially since we're gonna give out posters over here on Sunday. Posters and I'll be signing autographs and all kinds of things on Sunday at 3. The game starts at 3:33. So I'm gonna, I'll throw that ball out there, and the umpire will say, "Hey, ball!" And I'll be, then I'll be on the big screen up there. I'll be up there on the I forgot what they call that big old TV up there. We're just gonna call it big old TV. I'll be on the big old TV, and I'll be a star for a day. Okay, so like 30 seconds. Now I just got to make sure I get that ball across the plate. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Thanks for holding. Good morning. Mm-hmm.
To the rest of the country over the holidays with the Red Tail Classic and college football open at the bowl, and I was the biggest crowd ever was at the amphitheater. And usually they give you like the demos, the graphics on something like that. I wonder if the mayor's got the information. And the only other thing on the show was raise revenue with raise taxes. But a downtown development, I think we might have saw the beginning of what could be something very positive in our community. If people are bringing money in here, there's ways of capitalizing on that through like the not just sales tax, but sales taxes and things and tourism. We need to continue to open up our community. That way, those of us that don't benefit from taxes will have a life. And we got some of the best paid city employees in the country right here. We don't have to negotiate for salary increases or anything. All we need is a politician to write it. It was really quite a compliment that Monday morning I heard that one of our workers or something for a strike this month, if they don't get a 42% pay increase, look out, everybody. It's unreal, but they haven't really done anything since they got the bill out back earlier and maybe they do need it. It's cost of living adjustment, like the government gives themselves every time they're elected. But, we need to, most of the people, you said something earlier, that Alabamians are so, they're not employment. Who's not that? I got the heart of just sitting here thinking about and sitting in front of a retailer. But we ran out of business. Business was big enough that we could still do business. The judge was very generous. They confident what he did. It's just crazy. Anyway,
All righty then. Good morning, who's this? I think you already got us. Yeah, I think you already got us. Yeah, I think you already got us. I think that the lights are still on, but ain't nobody home. 8:52 in the morning, and so okay, here's some things that I was thinking about last night as I was preparing. I just know that I'm time in preparation for this magnificent show every morning, and I realize that you guys don't know that, but the President of the United States, in an effort to make us more dependent on foreign oil, in an effort to so him and his family, I guess, make more money, he has decided to block oil drilling in what he calls irreplaceable Alaskan wildland. President Biden moved yesterday to protect more than 10 million acres of Alaska's North Pole. So, okay, so let me get this right. We got more oil up there than most places got in the world. We buy oil from other countries, but we sell oil. We export oil to other countries and buy oil from yet again other countries to bring it into the United States. But we got plenty of oil, the Aleutian Islands, Alaska, and we don't want to drill oil there. And if you guys believe, if you folks really believe that the American grid is prepared for an all-out assault on our electrical systems, you guys are walking past the graveyard acting like they ain't dead people over there. This country is not, we can't even get the electricity back up when a storm comes to a certain amount of days. So if you guys really believe that we're ready for all, we got more cars in America, in one city probably in most countries got all in the whole country. So if you guys are that idiotic and believe that EVs are going to save us, it is going to wreak havoc on our electrical system. We can't even turn air conditioners on around here most of the time when it's real hot without the thing going out. But y'all just, y'all can't believe what they tell you. Oil is a good thing, been around a long time, still works. I wouldn't buy an electric car if they gave you. Okay, I'd take one if they gave you one, but I'm not going to buy one. Forget that. Let's make an electric car. No, we ain't going to do that either. So I'm just saying, so if you guys really believe that we don't need oil, you need to be in the same nursing home that he's going to soon. Okay, I'm just telling you, that ain't gonna happen. And Haley had it right. The U.S. Senate is the best. It is the best. I don't know which one I'm looking for. It is the most expensive nursing home in America. Looking at all the people there that are old as crap. 860-1440. Good morning, you're there. Yes. The Aleutian Island, we have over 50 billion barrels of sugar last year. Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with me. I mean, we have the product, but because that's right, because we getting screwed by our own people that represent us. The oil companies are getting right, but the oil companies are still policed by our government, and so yeah. And we still and now we're gonna eliminate 10 million acres. Okay. I don't really care about the Republicans or the Democrats. They both screw us. Sure. Right? One of them things, I can't tell about what's the name? Tillery. Yeah, but what's that got to do with this guy closing off our own land to our own oil production? We are sending overseas and buying other oil to bring in here. Now they've been listen. Wait a minute. Listen, Trump couldn't change everything in 4 years. He didn't have to. He first got in office. He stopped one oil line coming from Canada, and now he stopped another one. Now he stopped another one. Some more. What is that? Well, whatever. Well, if we believe that electricity, if the EVs are going to save us, we are certainly. Well, I use coal coming up, so coal is good. Coal is good. I like coal. Because we don't have coal furnaces put in the houses now. Let me get this one last time. We can let tomorrow. Hey, quickly, good morning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, wait till I got you. We do not have enough EV stations for this nation to go all the way. Not gonna happen. Not gonna